Today, we join hands with the global international community to celebrate the science and the soul of the ocean, which is the last unexplored frontier of mankind, and using hydrography as a tool to unlock it. This year's theme, Seabed Mapping, Enabling Ocean Action, speaks directly to the core of what hydrography stands for in today's interconnected world. It affirms the truth that we have come to appreciate. Firstly, that without accurate knowledge of the ocean floor, there cannot be any ocean governance, there cannot be maritime domain awareness, and no meaningful climate resilience, and certainly no maritime safety or security can be achieved. The World Hydrographic Day is not just a celebration. It is an opportunity for us and a moment to reflect on the immense responsibility to map, to protect, and to sustainably manage our resources, and also take ownership of God's given endowments for future generations to benefit. At the National Hydrographic Agency, we continue to lead this charge with a clear national mandate, using a regional outlook to key into a global opportunity and a global responsibility. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, in the last 1 year, we have expanded our chart production capabilities, deepened our technical expertise, and strengthened our collective ties with the Nigerian Navy, academia, and the private sector. In particular, we have promoted unbroken bilateral and international engagements with other nations and international partners, such as the International Center for Electronic Navigational Charts and the International Board on Standards and Competencies for Hydrographic Surveys and Nautical Cartography. They are no isolated aspirations. They are part of Nigeria's broader commitment to the United Nations Decade of Ocean Science for Sustainable Development. Through our hydrographic programs, we align with Sustainable Development Goal 14 to conserve and sustainably use the oceans and marine resources for development. We also take note of the momentum created by the recently concluded 2025 United Nations Ocean Conference in Nice, France, which emphasized the need for concrete action, data-driven policy, and international cooperation. The special guest of honor, ladies and gentlemen, I would say that hydrography today is no more confined to surveys of survey vessels or on the drawing table. It now influences coastal, urban planning, marine biodiversity conservation, fisheries management, disaster risk reduction, transportation, and other aspects of human activities, which goes beyond shipping. It underpins our blue economy and informs maritime domain awareness. In short, hydrography is the cornerstone of our collective ocean future. Perhaps I wish to reiterate. In short, hydrography is a cornerstone of our collective ocean future. To our young, and that future depends not only on technology, but on people. To our young students and professionals in the room that I look at today, I say, your generation holds the compass. The ocean is clearly for explorers, thinkers, and problem solvers. Your curiosity and creativity will be driving forces behind the next wave of innovation, and this is vital for the discipline that we need to manage the oceans sustainably. As we gather here today, let us remember that the oceans do not divide us, rather they connect us. Let this World Hydrographic Day celebration today in Abuja be a rallying point for cooperation amongst nations, and indeed it has started. Coordination amongst institutions, indeed it has started. And collaboration amongst all sectors, indeed it has started. Let it be a call to chart new courses, deepen our partnerships, and sail forward with purpose. On behalf of the National Hydrographic Agency of Nigeria and the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I want to thank all and one for your presence and continued support towards the growth of hydrography in our country. Together, let us map not just the seabed, but a future of shared prosperity, security, and sustainability. Happy World Hydrographic Day 2025.
World Hydrography Day reminds us that accurate and accessible seabed data is not a luxury. It is a necessity nowadays. The IHO continues to lead the charge in this domain by driving innovation through the S100 framework, enabling new ways to represent the marine environment digitally, more precisely, more interactively, and more inclusively. In this context, I urge us all to see hydrography not only as a tool, but as a catalyst for achieving the Sustainable Development Goals, from clean energy to life below water, from resilient infrastructure to climate action. Today, I speak not just to celebrate a global progress, but to recognize Nigeria as a regional champion. Nigeria's maritime domain, rich in complexity and opportunity, spans thousands of kilometers of coastlines, hosts vital oil and gas assets, underpins vibrant fisheries, and is central to shipping routes across the Gulf of Guinea. But more than its geography, it is Nigeria's leadership in regional hydrographic capacity, training, and data coordination that makes it a pillar for West Africa. Your active engagement in the IHO, your development of hydrographic capacity, and your strategic vision for the blue economy have positioned Nigeria as a leader, a model, and a bridge builder between local needs and global initiatives. Let us not overlook the unique national peculiarities of Nigeria's maritime territory, rapid coastal urbanization, sediment-laden estuaries and deltaic environments, the need for up-to-date bathymetric coverage for safety, offshore operations, and environmental management. These are not just Nigerian challenges. They are shared by many nations in the region, and the IHO is committed to working with you to tackle them collaboratively. The IHO's initiative, such as capacity building programs across the region, the promotion of S100 standards, and the Empowering Women in Hydrography project as an essential investment in inclusivity and the future workforce, are all designed to support local ownership of hydrographic knowledge, amplify regional voices, and drive forward our shared agenda. Colleagues, this summit is more than a meeting. It is a call to action. It is a reminder that hydrography begins at home, but its impact is global. We must act regionally by investing in training, partnership, and data sharing, and we must think globally by aligning our work with the IHO strategic goals and international climate and ocean agendas. Raising awareness among policymakers, coastal communities, and youth in Africa is a priority. Hydrography is no longer the hidden science. It is a tool of empowerment. Let us make it visible, accessible, and valued across West Africa and beyond. In conclusion, I thank you again for this opportunity to address you. Let us continue to work together, to map more, to know more, and to protect more for our oceans, for our economies, and for the future generations.
For the Efik people, the ocean has never been a distant or abstract idea. It is the very cradle of our civilization, a sacred gateway through which knowledge, trade, diplomacy, and spiritual bonds have flowed for over 6 centuries. Our rivers and coastal waters have hosted vessels from Britain, Portugal, France, and beyond since the 15th century. Treaties were signed, alliances forged, and traditions enriched along the same waterways, now being mapped with the aid of modern science. The Gulf of Guinea, and particularly the waters adjoining our lands, including the Calabar Channel and Bakassi Peninsula, remain vibrant arteries of commerce, culture, and identity. The recent hydrographic, geophysical, and geotechnical surveys undertaken in these waters mark not only a technical achievement, but also a spiritual moment of reconnection. The ancient maps of the 1840s, still held in reverence in our activities, now find their modern heirs in the detailed seabed mappings being unveiled today. We are witnessing continuity, not just of navigation, but of memory. We must remember that for my people and for many coastal communities in Africa, waterways are more than channels for ships. They are sacred paths trodden by ancestors, nourished by deities such as Anansa of the Efik, and honored in our songs, our festivals, and our stories. To charge the sea is, in some sense, to listen again to the voices of history. This is why I deeply commend the National Hydrographic Agency, the Nigerian Hydrographic Society, and our international partners for their dedication to this cause. Their work is not merely technical, it is cultural diplomacy, economic foresight, and environmental stewardship rolled into one. As we embrace innovation and data-driven solutions for sustainable development, let us also remember the people whose lives are bound in these waters. Let us consult local knowledge. Let us invest in ocean literacy for our youth. Let us build a blue economy that is inclusive, respectful, and wise. In closing, I pledge the continued support and partnership of the Efik Kingdom in all efforts that enhance maritime safety, regional cooperation, and the protection of our sacred oceans.
Hydrography plays a pivotal role in the shaping of our maritime future, from ensuring safe navigation to managing marine resources and protecting our deliberate ecosystem. As a coastal state, Cross River State recognizes the indispensable value of accurate subbed mapping in unlocking the vast potential of our blue economy. We are particularly grateful to the National Hydrographic Agency and the Nigerian Navy for the recent conduct of the Bakassi Deep Sea Port Survey, a landmark initiative that underscores the importance of precise hydrographic data in driving infrastructural development and regional trade. This effort aligns with our vision to position Cross River State as a hub for maritime excellence and economic transformation. The collaboration between Cross River State Government, the National Hydrographic Agency, Nigerian Navy, and other stakeholders in Nigerian maritime sector exemplify the power of partnership in advancing ocean governance. We commend the agency for its stride in producing indigenous charts such as the approach to Lagos and its commitment to integrating the cutting edge of hydrographic solution into Nigerian maritime strategy. Cross River State remains steadfast in supporting the initiative and promoting maritime safety, environmental sustainability, and equitable resource management. As we celebrate the World Hydrography Day, let us reaffirm our commitment to resolve, to harness the ocean potential responsibly and present for the present and the future generation.
The theme of this year's commemoration, seabed mapping, enabling ocean action, is both timely and significant. As nations increasingly turn to the oceans for food security, trade, energy, and environmental resilience, the urgent need to understand and manage our marine environment cannot be overstated. Seabed mapping is no longer a technical luxury, it is a strategic imperative. It is on the seabed that cable connect our digital world, pipeline fuel our industries, and biodiversity sustain our ecosystem, yet much of it is remain uncharted, unknown, and therefore unprotected. The data that hydrographers gather beneath our waters enable safe navigation, marine spatial planning, climate science, coastal defense, and blue economy development. In essence, seabed mapping is the foundation upon which sound ocean action is built. That is why I commend the work being done by the National Hydrographic Agency. Since its establishment in 2021, it has taken giant strides to place Nigeria on the map as a credible hydrographic nation, active in the engagement and promotion of hydrography. We are proud to support your effort as you align with the International Hydrographic Organization's goal and drive innovation across West Africa. Today's event is not just about mapping the seabed. It is about shaping the future of our ocean. It is about creating tools, data, and partnership that enable real ocean action, better decision-making, cleaner coastline, safer navigation, and sustainable exploration of marine resources. Equally important is the blue economy, an emerging frontier that offers vast opportunity for economic diversification, job creation, food security, and energy development. Seabed mapping plays a critical role in unlocking this potential for uncharted offshore wine zones to identify safe routes for marine trade and protecting critical marine habitats. Hydrography is the backbone of a sustainable ocean economy. Therefore, Nigeria must leverage its hydrographic capacity not only to secure its water, but to fuel its economic transformation, sustainable development, especially in our coastal and riverine communities, depend on how well we understand and manage our marine environment. By investing in seabed mapping, we invest in resilience, in growth, and in future generation. I am also particularly pleased to note the inclusion of student research and essay competition, industry exhibition, and the keynote lectures in the program. These engagements are vital in nurturing and the next generation of ocean champions, scientists, and strategic. Let us keep investing in our youth because they are the future custodian of our waters. Ladies and gentlemen, let us leave this summit with a renewed purpose to support hydrographic development, not just as a technical endeavor, but as a national security, priority on economic catalyst, and a global commitment to sustainable development. ladies and gentlemen, Your Royal Highness and His Excellency, the Governor of Cross River State, on behalf of the government of Nigeria, I pledge continued support for hydrographic capacity building, investment in technology, and stronger regional tie to ensure that no part of our water remains uncharted, unsafe, or unsustainable. It is on this note that I announce the formal establishment of the International Center for Electronic Navigation Chart, West African Regional Office, and Training Center to be hosted by the National Hydrographic Agency here in Abuja. By this strategic partnership, the National Hydrographic Agency of Nigeria has joined 4 other global regional offices in the US, UK, Australia, and Brazil. This move positions Nigeria to tap into the $90 million global market for electronic navigation chart, potentially generating between $9 million and $12 million in annual revenue from chart validation, distribution, and revenue management for international shipping clients.